All right, everyone, welcome back to another class or discussion on physiology and sports. So, as you can see here today, I'm going to be using her name is Callie, my dog Callie, as an example to explain a couple of things. So, with physical fitness and the world that we live in today, a lot of us like to kind of use physical fitness and exercise interchangeably. Now, I would argue that the main difference between physical fitness and exercise is that when we say exercise tends to be more organized, and you have a plan. It's more structured, to where physical fitness is literally more so just the body moving. So I'm going to use Callie here as an example. So as she's literally just walking around and jumping how she normally does, being active and things of that nature, essentially what she is doing is physical fitness or physical activity, I'll say, because essentially right now she's not exercising, she's just moving her body, which is physical activity. Your body moving, you're expending energy to do a certain thing. And then, like I said, with exercise, it's just more so of a structure. When you go exercise, you're going to the gym, you're hitting lower body. You're going to the gym, you're hitting upper body. Maybe you're doing strength training, power training, agility training. There is some structure and method to which you are trying to gain something out of it, whether it be losing weight or just getting better in general. Now, in today's day and age, especially here in America, there are multiple chronic diseases that are running rampant due to the lack of physical activity and exercise. So some of the diseases that we hear today: type 2 diabetes, heart attacks, high blood pressure. All of these are things that can be not easily resolved, but resolved through physical fitness and exercise. So the studies show that through physical activity and exercise, it lowers our risk of those chronic illnesses. And a lot of times those chronic illnesses come from the inactivity in a person's life. So by standards, we should be vigorously exercising at least 75 minutes per week, or 150 minutes of light to moderate exercise. Personally, I think it should be more, but that's my personal opinion. But that's what the studies have shown. That's what the academies go by. There's research behind it. So essentially, especially if you eat well, I'll say you eat well. So pretty much not eating too much fat, junk food. You're getting your vegetables, your lean proteins, good carbohydrates, things like that. So as long as you're eating well and exercising, you lower those risks. You lower the chances of running into those risks of the chronic illnesses. Now, if you go to a PT or a AT or anyone like that, or even a doctor, one of the main things that they'll describe to you is to say, hey, you should exercise more. Now, this is what they call is the Exercise Medicine Initiative, the EIM. This is by the Academy of Sports Medicine, and essentially what they are pushing is adding exercise and physical activity as prescriptions to some of these illnesses, because in essence, exercise is going to be a start. You can't just do one and not the other. So for example, you can't go have bariatric surgery or have your stomach shrunken, the fat taken out, and you still not exercise or do what you need to after, because everything is just going to come back. there's no point in doing that if everything is just going to come back. You need to have that exercise with it along with it as well. Another example is strength training and resistance training has been shown to help people with type 2 diabetes. It tends to help with the insulin glucagon response, and things of those nature. And the thing is, it's not just exercising being important. It's just getting out there and moving your body with intent. That's the main thing. So for example, on one of my other videos, I was saying, if you go fishing, if I was to go fishing every day on a boat, that could be considered exercise, because although it is physical activity, yes, I can consider that exercise, because the things that I'm doing when I'm going out there, the moving the equipment, heavy equipment at that, especially if you're going on a boat, you're moving equipment, you're catching these fish that are fighting you back. It takes a lot of energy, and you're expending a lot of energy to do these things. So it's really important to make sure that you find something that you love doing. So PTs can prescribe different medicines in physical activity for a person. So some people might need to become more agile. So it's best to try and, stretch or improve flexibility at least twice a week. Same thing with resistance training. You want to throw some resistance training in there, as well as, cardio. You want to try and hit all the facets of exercise. So that is strength, that is power, that is speed, that is agility, that is flexibility, resilience. You want to at least hit most of those. So with that being said, I'm just going to wrap everything up. Exercise is medicine. Although it may not seem like it, because it's not something that you see in a book, it's not something that you see, most people who work in sports medicine may not be walking around with a doctor's lab coat on. Just because it doesn't seem or look like it, it's extremely important to the body's health. It's important to our mind. Exercise becomes a therapeutic session for a lot of people. It helps with anxiety. It helps with self-confidence. It'll make you just feel better overall, because you're actually getting out there and moving your body. You're helping your body process things. When you exercise more, for example, a lot of people have issues with their intestines, or they just have slow bowel movements. Once they start exercising, things get going. It increases the motility of the gastrointestinal system. There are so many benefits, and we could just go through the list on our own, not even just speaking through the research, but if you were to go outside and just exercise for a week, you would feel 10 times better. Similar to if you start eating right, you're just going to feel better, because it is what is good for our bodies. Thank you for joining.